Hi, it's Mike DelSignore, Massachusetts OUI lawyer. In today's video, I want to talk about a few common questions people have when charged with a first offense OUI. A lot of my clients ask, are they going to have to speak at all? A lot of times this question comes up at the arraignment, pre-trials. Generally, no. Clients will generally not speak during an OUI case unless testifying. So there's not an opportunity for you to tell your side of the story. No one's going to interrogate you or ask you what happened. I think a lot of people are nervous about having to speak about the case, but I'll basically do all the talking, all the work. Another common question, OUI first offense is a misdemeanor offense, and realistically, you're not looking at jail time on a first offense. It's theoretically possible. You'll see when you read the law that the law provides for a penalty of up to 2.5 years house of correction. But generally, you don't see jail time on first offense OUIs. I would say it's exceedingly rare and would be very unusual. And I can talk to you, there's maybe 2 or 3 judges that that risk might be a little heightened. But I know the courts well and be able to tell you whether you're in risk of any heightened penalty. But generally speaking, the answer is no. Final question people generally have is when can they get their license back? If you refused a breath test, you're looking at a 6-month suspension. If you took it and failed, a 30-day suspension. So basically, if you refuse, you got a better shot of winning the case. It's probably a more defensible case because there's no objective evidence of your BAC. However, you're going to have to get a ride probably for 4 or 5 months at least. If you can get a not guilty prior to the 6 months, presumption of reinstatement. And the other way you could get back on the road, you'd have to admit to the OUI. So you don't want to admit to it. So hopefully you could get a fast trial, get back on the road. Yesterday I had a client, motion to reinstate, allowed. She got her license back in two months early. But that case was in Worcester County. They tend to move the cases a little faster there than other counties, but hopefully you're in a county or in a court where we can get a quick trial date. If you failed the breath test, just 30-day suspension. It's good. You'll be back on the road quick. We have a little more work to do. We have to do a motion to try to exclude the breath test from evidence. But I've won these motions often. A lot of motions recently I've had 3 or 4 breath tests excluded from evidence. So don't lay down the case. If you took a breath test, still may be able to win the case. So these are some common questions people have. You're not going to have to speak, misdemeanor, and you're generally looking at the minimum punishment, probation, doing the 24D, if you lose or are found guilty or accept a plea on a first OUI. Mike DelSignore, 781-686-5924. Call, text anytime. Here to help you with your OUI questions.